All right, we're live. Welcome in. I am the real underscore G Warner, and I am going to go through this week's midweek smorgasbord of soccer matches because they are all over the place, come in fast and thick and fast, as they like to say in England. And without further ado, I might as well start there. We'll go with the Premier League first because we got a midweek match because Burnley had to cancel so many matches earlier in the season. And they are currently a pick'em at home to Leicester. Leicester with a legs advantage. I don't think they played this weekend after their match was postponed due to the EFL Cup final. But Leicester has been a disaster. Their defense is horrible. Their offense is done a little bit better without Jamie Vardy of late. Looked pretty good in their Europa League playoff or Europa Conference League, wherever they were recently. They scored a ton of goals against a team they were way better than. But that doesn't change anything that I think about them. They played their best teams. So, I don't know. I'm still not a believer in them whatsoever. Burnley have been playing really well of late, climbing from the bottom of the table, partly thanks to not playing so many matches, and that's going to certainly affect their legs. It does make me worried a little bit about this match. They might not have everyone available. But still, I got to say, as a road favorite, Leicester makes no sense. Currently, Pick'em I don't really do too much with usually, but getting odds on when a draw at home is a push is very interesting for me because I think Burnley might be a better side. Certainly don't have the money, but they've been playing a lot better as of late, and that means something. At least to me, it does. Whatever that says or means to everyone else. Now I'm going to move to the FA Cup, which starts with Manchester City as a 3-goal favorite over a team called Petersborough, which I got to say, or Petersborough is probably how to pronounce it because borough in England doesn't seem to mean the same thing in the U.S. Recording this on Tuesday, March 1st, by the way. Welcome to March, best month of the year. But yeah, actually, Peterborough now, 3.25 goal favorite. Wow, way off. Peterborough, 3.25 goal underdog at home with most of the juice. It's just going to keep climbing, apparently. It was 2.75 last night. So not interested there. Crystal Palace hosting Stoke, currently a 3/4 goal favorite with all the juice, which is down from a full goal that I saw last night. Stoke getting some love. Crystal Palace still has real goal scoring issues, but I don't know that Stoke are enough to really contend with that, especially not getting that full goal of insurance. Middlesbrough then hosting Tottenham after knocking out Manchester United in really fortunate fashion. They are 3/4 goal underdog at home. Tottenham with up and down Jekyll and Hyde, as Jekyll and Hyde as you can be, pasted Leeds this weekend and might do the same thing to Middlesbrough, I got to say. So probably not going to be at my card. Luton Town then hosting Chelsea on Wednesday, currently getting 1.25 goals with all the juice on Chelsea, might be climbing to 1.5. Still feels pretty low to me. Don't really understand why Chelsea would be sold short against a team that clearly isn't in the first division or isn't in Chelsea's league, to put it that way. Southampton then hosting West Ham, currently 1/4 goal favorite at home, which is saying something about West Ham, considering they're fighting for Champions League or around that. So I guess part of the standings. Southampton got a little bit extra rest after playing on Friday night. Good win, 2-0 against Norwich, but was 2-0 really deserved? I'm not sure. A lot of chances were missed, and they were playing a really bad team. So seeing them as a favorite is a little bit surprising to me. Not often do you get David Moyes as an underdog, so that's of certain interest to me, especially considering Southampton's issue scoring goals. They can get them in, but they need a lot of chances, and that doesn't make me feel good. Liverpool then hosting Norwich, giving 2 goals. Norwich their schedule never seems to let up. But I guess when you're losing 2-0 to Southampton on Friday, that's not great. Liverpool coming off the EFL Cup final. Who knows what that lineup's going to look like, but 2-goal favorite is a big number. And Norwich really have to worry about their relegation situation. So I don't know. They might be playing backups for this one and just saying, you can have the FA Cup. It's only the 5th round. We really need to stay in the league. Or maybe they've given up on staying in the league. We could probably see based on, they're sitting bottom. But if they play a really full lineup against Liverpool, that's not indicate much for the weekend, which I think they play Brentford, and that's a pretty good situation to be in. Thursday, we have Everton hosting Bocom, and currently Everton is a 2.25 goal favorite, which is huge for an Everton side that has scored some more goals than Frank Lampard, but defensively are not defending anything, but Bocom maybe is not close enough. And then moving to Monday, we have Nottingham Forest hosting Huddersfield, currently half a goal favorite. The Forest are at home. Notts Forest, I'm not sure I know a ton about either of these clubs, so I will probably move on to the next one, which we'll go to Spain for Copa del Rey. There is also a La Liga match as well, so I'll come back to that one at the end. But Valencia currently a pick'em with Athletic Bilbao, Athletic Club, with more of the juice on the road at Valencia. I think Athletic Club are better. I think that the first match that they played is, I think, a 3-quarter goal favorite that it closed at. Valencia were pretty fortunate to get a draw, I thought, on the road in San Mamés. And certainly the crowd at Mestalla will be very helpful for Valencia. But they got pretty fortunate from a goal this weekend to win at Mallorca. Athletic Club then played on Sunday against Barcelona, but ultimately played a lot of backups, making it very clear that the Copa del Rey second leg semifinal is going to be very important to them. So I'm pretty interested in Athletic Club. 2 advanced numbers are out, and that's of interest to me a little bit as well. Athletic Club, though a slight favorite on the road, doesn't make me too excited to play there. Moving to Thursday, Real Betis hosting Rayo Vallecano. Currently Betis a 3-quarter goal favorite, which is bigger than I expected because Betis are up 2-1, having won the first leg on the road. So they're basically in this position where if they lose by a single goal, this goes to extra time, which doesn't feel great but they're a favorite. So I can't imagine that Betis will be sitting back and trying to hold on to a single goal loss to then go to extra time. They're going to be pushing on the front foot. The problem is for Rayo Vallecano, they want to sit back and counter, and they're going to want to be on the front foot, or they need to be, to score goals here to win. And they've been playing so poorly, fought really hard against Real Madrid, but of course the late ridiculous goal that doesn't really seem to deserve Real Madrid gets, and that was enough, or Real Madrid get. I don't know. Rayo needing a win and as a big underdog is of interest to me, but I feel like that's going to put them in a position on the front foot where they are really not comfortable. And they've been so bad on the road this year and just really aren't that a great team, I don't think. Mallorca then hosting Real Sociedad, currently getting 1/4 of a goal at home. Not sure what to say. Sociedad has been really struggling lately as a road favorite. I'm interested in going against them. I think from where I sit, Mallorca certainly aren't a prom queen and definitely struggle to score goals, as evidenced by getting clean sheeted by Valencia at home last weekend. Not great. But Mariki has been a lot up front as a important January loanee for a team that couldn't score goals. And that's the side I lean for right now based on Real Sociedad's struggles. AC Milan then hosting Inter Milan in the Coppa Italia. This is today on Tuesday. Lineups should be out in a few minutes. Currently AC Milan, a 1/2 goal underdog right now. Technically it's a home game, but they share a stadium, and I don't know what the crowd sit-up is going to be, but probably not too crazy. Moved it from 1/4. This was the price the last time they played. AC Milan came from behind with 2 great Olivier Giroud goals to win 2-1. Inter coming off a clean sheet, or excuse me, getting shut out by Sassuolo in a 2-0 loss, if I remember correctly, and then also not scoring this weekend against Genoa is incredible. AC Milan had their own draw with Udinese, but at least it's finding the back of the net. Getting 1/2 of a goal seems like a lot in a first leg of what should be a pretty tight contest. So I'm very interested in AC Milan in about an hour from when I'm recording this. Next in Coppa Italia is Fiorentina hosting Juve, currently a pick'em with Juve with most of the juice, or excuse me, all the juice on the road. Juve playing a lot better. Dusan Vlahovic has been awesome. Exactly what you expected. Going to be weird playing against his old club, but I don't think it'll hold him out of the lineup by any stretch. Juve playing a lot better, starting to look like they're contending for a Scudetto, which would have been unheard of when they were mid-table, like what felt like a month ago, probably longer than that. But Juve, not great, but they're getting results. Fiorentina literally gave their best piece to Juve to score goals, and they've done fairly well with Christoph Piatek, the transfer from, or loan transfer, I think, or maybe they bought him from Hertha Berlin in Germany, where he was not playing well, but has been great for Fiorentina. I think Juve are the side that I'd want here as the better defense, and likely will be closing a favorite. Maybe if they climb to 1/4, I'll start looking at Fiorentina, but still not sure that that's a place I want to be. So that covers Spain, Italy, and England. Next, I'll go to the DFB Pokal in Germany. as that is, I want to say, the quarterfinals. Anyway, today we have Union Berlin starting in less than an hour, hosting St. Pauli from lower division. Union not playing great, sold a lot of their players. It's been tough for them lately, and are 3-quarter goal favorite, which seems like a lot. If it climbed to 1, I think I'd be a little bit more interested in St. Pauli. I'm not sure that I am until that happens, and I don't know a lot about them. So Hamburg then hosting Karlsruhe. Hamburg a 3-quarter goal favorite with most of the juice. Tomorrow on Wednesday. Don't know a lot about that one, but it seems kind of a big price for Hamburg, considering they are a big club that can't get into the big league, the Bundesliga, the Oberhausen. Hanover then hosting RB Leipzig. Got the Real on the mind. Hanover currently a 1.25 goal underdog at home with all the juice on Leipzig on the road. Leipzig are a really scary team to play, even with this number. When you're backing a Bundesliga side, hard to want to do it against a Schweizer Liga or maybe lower. I think Hannover's in the second league, but so Schweizer Liga. Not enough for me there, I don't think, even though there's plenty of room to lose and still cover that spread, at least half of it. And then last but not least, Bocom hosting Freiburg. Currently, Bocom a 1/4 goal underdog at home. We're just saying something. I mean, Freiburg got a lot of respect this weekend, but they were playing a COVID-absent defense, essentially, for Erta, who also lost a player to a red card suspension, and we're really in big trouble. Early penalty, and then it kind of capitulated late. Bocom on the other side they fight hard. They really do. Not great offensively, but they are set up to counter. Freiburg are probably going to give plenty of those opportunities because they want to have the ball to create chances because they don't really score that efficiently. Great on set pieces, which will be an issue, but I like Bocom getting a 1/4 at home, draw as this moves to extra time, I think. You're winning half a bet. Freiburg certainly got a big win this weekend. Have been playing a little bit better. Got a win over Augsburg, but I don't know if the turnaround in form and getting points all of a sudden against the bottom of the league really says too much. And Bocom have shown that they can fight. Freiburg pretty close to the Europe. I mean, they're in the European fight right now. I think it's above where they probably deserve based on their talent, but they're really strong. They're really deep, and they got a lot of good players that fight for one cohesive unit, and that's a big deal, especially in soccer when you're not one of the big clubs that spend a ton of money. But Bocom as a home dog are of interest to me because they have a awesome crowd, and I think that's worth looking into. Next to France, and last but not least, we make this a pretty brief episode. Coupe de France, Nice hosting Versailles, currently a 1-3 goal favorite, which is a pretty big number. Nice has not been playing great as of late, but Versailles are on a different level, and I'm not even sure if they're a Ligue 2 team, to be honest with you. But Nice are probably going to make it really hard on Versailles to score, and if they get up by 1, they're probably getting up by 2, and we'll see how long Versailles can hang in it. Nantes then hosting Monaco, currently Nantes a 1/4 goal underdog at home. This is Wednesday. Monaco is a road favorite. I think makes sense based on who they are as a club and what they look like. Nantes have been playing pretty well. Got a big win against PSG, catching them in a kind of a tough spot after a Real Madrid win at the end, at the death, really. But Nantes as a home underdog are of interest to me for sure. Monaco's goal scoring has never been good this season. I don't know if the new manager has changed that, done any better than Kovac, but I guess he gets along with the leadership a little bit better, so that matters. I think from where I sit, I lean Nantes as a home dog, and we'll hopefully see that climb to a half of a goal where a draw will win a full bet, and that might be hard for me to resist. So that covers France, Spain, England, Germany, and Italy, not necessarily in order, but I think that's everything that I needed to go over today. Thank you, everyone, for joining the _G Warner on Twitter. Hit me up there or wherever you're watching this, as this was a pretty brief episode, but thanks for coming in.